when I came here, I had nothing. Didn't even know where to look. And actually Angie was the one who answered the phone. She's like, well, you can come in. We'll see what we can do for you. And then I was kind of surprised because I thought this was an agency where they'd go, fill out your paperwork, and just go sit in the corner. We'll get to you eventually, is what I was thinking it was going to be like. And I didn't know what to expect. But Angie was like, oh, come on in. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How's the baby doing? Everybody here treated me like I was their friend, like I was a family, like they hadn't seen me in so long. Oh, come on in. And they were just so loving to me. And not once, when you're going through something, you almost kind of feel like people can see it, like either you're invisible or everybody's looking at you and they know, what you're going through, and you just feel so judged and you feel ashamed of yourself. But when I came here, they were not like that at all. And even in their eyes, I could see that they genuinely cared about me right off the bat. They brought me in and they talked to me and they found out, I had no place to live. I'm pregnant. I'm going to have a baby. I was almost losing her. There was complications in the beginning of the pregnancy from stress, big surprise. And it was just so much. I didn't know what to do. And Angie here made a couple of phone calls, and she got me into a shelter. And the shelter was a 3-day stay shelter. And they let me stay for the duration of my pregnancy until I had her. The thought of abortion never crossed my mind, but there was a scare definitely of losing her because I was so stressed out that I couldn't hardly keep her. Every 3 months I was going into labor, and I never wanted to give her up. I was giving up, I was giving up on, and her father gave up on me too, and I'm like, this little girl is everything to me in this whole wide world. I'm not going to ever give up on her, ever. When I came here, they had little programs, classes that you could take, little videos that you could watch and pamphlets and things to fill out. And every time you learned something new here, they'd give you these little Nana money things. And so, even when my daughter grew up, and I'm still looking for a place to live, still needing things, they had this Nana money that provided you with diapers and formula. And when she was sick, and she was so sick as a baby, that we went through all these different types of formula, and it was a constant expense. So that Nana money helped me out with a lot of it. And they taught me, I'm a grown-up. You'd think that I'd know half of the stuff about raising a child or being a child, and I didn't. I was so surprised at a lot of the videos that they had and the books that they had on what to do and what not to do and what to expect. In the midst of all of my stress and in the very early days, this is a 4D ultrasound, and I was losing her. Basically, I had a tear in the placenta, and I had to go in, and they're like, well, you could lose her, we're going to have to operate. I went in for my 4D ultrasound prior to the surgery, and the tear was gone. The tear was gone. And this is 4 months, this isn't a born 4-month-old, this is a 4-month-old preborn baby with a little smile on her face, holding onto the umbilical cord all curled up. That's a pro-life picture if I ever saw one. I mean, she's smiling. She's happy. She's a little baby. I was screaming and crying, half the time, but she's a happy little girl. If I could meet the people who donate to the Pregnancy Resource Center, I would shake their hand and thank them very, very much, because everybody's different in what they can give. I'm not like a person who can go give a whole bunch of time because I'm busy. But I can write a check. There, do whatever can help out or whatever. Everybody can donate in their own way. But because they donated how they could, the people that were here in place changed my entire life. And there's no dollar amount that you can put on that. You can't set that high enough for what it bought me. I mean, it bought me my forever in heaven. The people that used to work here that have moved on, I'll see them again on the other side. So at their donation, it bought me friends, true forever friends. It bought my freedom. It changed my life, so my daughter's never going to walk in the same path that I walked on. And I'm not ever going to be that same person again either. So, thank you.